I'm Erica Bruder. I'm from the St. Mary's Public County Library, and I'm here to talk to you today about some young adult books that you can find in our teen section. How many of you are sports fans? All right, I see some hands. Today we're going to talk about some books that are sports related that might pique the interest of you sports fans out there. But don't worry, gamers, I do have a book today that might pique your interest as well. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Flora Dupree, and I'm 14 years old. I'm from Arcadia, Maine, and the only thing people think around in this small farming town is, well, potatoes. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against potatoes. Every harvest break, I help gather the potato crop before winter comes. However, I'd rather be playing soccer than picking potatoes. My passion, my life is soccer. My friends don't get me. They see soccer as just an after-school activity. They didn't even care when our big game against our biggest rivals, the Aristotle Central, was canceled. I, however, was furious. My father could have cared less about soccer, and that I'm the best player in the state of Maine. The only one who had the same love for soccer was my ma, but she got cancer and passed away 2 years ago. When she started getting sick, she came up with this fantasy land she called Soccerland. It was where we both went away from the cancer. In Soccerland, there were no nurses with needles or beeping machines. It was a place that we could go and talk about our favorite players and our favorite games, like the 1999 World Cup Finals. Before Ma passed away, I made her a promise that one day I would play for the U.S. national women's soccer team. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. The first step was getting an invitation to attend the U.S. Soccer U14 Girls National Team ID Camp. So when Coach Roy came to my house and told me I had got invited, I went crazy. My father was not as excited. He was more interested in having me help the farm than going all the way to Colorado to play soccer. After talking to my grandparents, my father, he gave in and said I could go. And now I'm here in Colorado at the International Soccer Academy, where the best kids in the world come to train. So far, I met some friendly people like my roommate, Samantha, who's a star gymnast. Logan, the really cute polo player, pole vaulter, who I kind of really have a crush on. And my two mates, Spiri and Nikisha. I've also met some people who are making my time here at the Academy hard, such as these three girls, my teammates, Tatiana, Kaylee, and Zoe. I named them the Queen Bees because they think they're so high and mighty and the best soccer players on the camp. They have been on my case the first day I got on the bus. If having 3 teammates giving you a hard time is not enough, I also have this wackadoodle coach named Matt. He's never happy with anything I do. He kind of reminds me of Pa. I have a week to prove to Matt and the other coaches that I have what it takes to be on the national team, and I'll do anything it takes. Well, time to get to practice. Want to see if I make the team? Read Soccerland by Beth Kocha. 16-year-old Marcus Jordan would have never thought his first friend he would make in Kenshaw, New York, would be an older man in his 50s. Marcus and his newly divorced mother had just moved to the area, and the only thing he wanted to do was be the starting quarterback for the undefeated champions, the Aldrich High Raiders. To get ready for tryouts, Marcus would go to the park and work on his passes, except he had no one to pass to. Until one day, a middle-aged man named Charlie came out of nowhere and caught one of his long passes. Even though Charlie seemed a little weird and eccentric, Marcus was impressed by his athletic ability, especially when Charlie tackled him and gave him a good pop. Charlie knew a lot about football, especially tackling, and soon they made practice at the park a regular routine, even though sometimes Charlie seemed to just show up whenever he felt like it. On the first day of tryouts, Marcus learned that making the team was not going to be as easy as he thought. Troy Popovich, the current starting quarterback that led the team last year in the 11-0 record, was not going to let a new kid just come and take his place. It also didn't help that Troy's on and off girlfriend, the head cheerleader Lisa, was taking a liking to Marcus, giving Troy even more reason to despise him. To prove what he was worth to the team and to try to earn a starting quarterback position, Marcus continued to practice with his new mysterious friend Charlie. It wasn't long until Marcus discovered the reason for Charlie's odd personality and the connection to his rival teammate Troy. Does Marcus achieve the goal of being the starting quarterback? And what is Charlie hiding? Read and find out. Pop by Gordon Corman. Have you ever played Truth or Dare? Nerve is kind of like Truth or Dare, but with all the dares and amazing prizes. If you're gutsy enough, you could get clothes, money, and pretty much anything you've ever wanted. But how far would you go if somebody offered you everything you ever liked online just to do a dare? Would you? When Vee decided she wanted to play, she had no idea what she was getting into, only that she was going to get some awesome prizes out of it. But when the dares escalate from pranks to life and death situations, would she have the nerve to see it through? Read Nerve by G.N. Ryan. I Dare You. Dairy Queen by Catherine Gilbert Murdoch. DJ Schwank is just like any other teenage girl. She worries about boys, grades, and how to fit in school. And then again, she's not like any other teenage girl. She single-handedly runs her family's Wisconsin dairy farm ever since her father broke his hip. And she also loves football. Her father and two older brothers taught her everything she knows. DJ's summer, though, is pretty filled with farm work. On a dairy farm, there's no time for much else between milking and chores. Her mother works all day. Her two older brothers, they're away at college. And her younger brother is too involved in baseball to help. She gets some unexpected help from Brian, a quarterback from a rival high school team. His coach, friends with the Swanks, sends Brian to help the farm in a form of forced community service. And so he'll learn a good work ethic. Brian knows nothing about farm work and requires a lot of instruction. Eventually, a routine emerges between DJ and Brian as their days filled with chores, work, and a mutual love for football. A friendship forms, and when their work is done, they train in an empty pasture. DJ shares her extensive knowledge and trains Brian to get him ready for the next season. By training Brian, she also gets in the best shape of her life. At the end of summer, DJ toys with a ridiculous idea. Maybe she should try out for the high school's team. It's unheard of for a girl on a football team. What would her parents say? What would her friends say? Is she even good enough to make the first cut? DJ's character grows through the hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to look outside herself. She sacrifices her unspoken desires for her family, for her family's welfare. In the end, she makes a decision that could change the course of her life. I also recommend continuing DJ's story with two other books in the series. The first one, Off Season, and the last one, Front and Center, which both follow her through her high school and her choices she makes for her future. Hi, I'm Katie Hamilton, and my father is a congressman. And let me tell you, being the daughter of a congressman is not easy. It's a lot of pressure for a teenage girl. Anything I do or say could affect my dad's reputation. Oh, and you also have to be careful who you date, too. If it wasn't for my cheating ex-boyfriend Parker and those photos he posted of me on the school website, my dad's re-election campaign might have probably not gone down by 15 points. My parents decided to leave D.C. and come to my dad's hometown of Red Dirt, Texas, to lay low until my scandal blew over. Well, I thought that was the plan, but Dad really came here to run for a special election. Now I have to start in a new school, in a new town, where football is life. I could care less about football. I just want to earn enough hours at the animal shelter that my Aunt Celia runs so I can receive an excellent college letter recommendation. I really miss my best friend Tasha, but I'm glad I joined the yearbook because I met Anna. I only joined it so I could get access to the darkroom so I can print out my pictures for my portfolio. Anna being on the yearbook has made things bearable. She's a really nice girl, but she never stands up for herself. If someone called me a slut, I would put them in their place. But I have a plan, though, to set her up with Kyle Stone, the star quarterback and the town hero. He was one of the first people I met when I got here. Well, Hunter was the first person, but Kyle gave me a warmer welcome than he did. I can see why everyone likes Kyle. He's a really nice guy. I can't hold it against him that his dad was running against my dad and they hate each other. Things were going well. I was doing okay volunteering at the animal shelter. Well, thanks to the help from Hunter. I used to think he was just rude and unfriendly, but the more time I've been spending with him, the more I've gotten to know him. Also, my plan to get Kyle and Anna together looked like it was coming along. Yup, everything was going well. Well, until the party at the pit. After the big game, it took one wrong decision to change my life once again. Interference by Kay Honeyman. Well, thank you everyone for listening to my book talk. If you have any questions or you want to know more about the books that I've talked about today, you can contact me. I will leave my phone number with your teacher. And thank you so much.